uh, with the two presidents. Let's go to Jeff Zeleny, who is right outside the Capitol. Jeff.
Driving through the Senate carriage entrance. Okay. It's driving through the Senate carriage entrance. As you can see, the two presidents will be getting out of the motorcade momentarily. And what an extraordinary return to power this is for Donald Trump. Of course, we're also on the east front of the Capitol, standing on the very grounds, just steps away from where the windows were bashed 4 years ago in his name. Now, of course, that is left to history, as we are going to see the 45th president, Donald Trump, the 46th president, Joe Biden, step out and step into the Capitol and walk the short steps into the rotunda to continue this peaceful transfer of power. But I can see Dr. Jill Biden there stepping out. President Biden soon will be as well, we believe. But what an extraordinary moment, a full half century of public life for Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., who arrived here in 1972 as the youngest senator, will be taking his leave as the oldest American president, turning over the reins of power to a man he tried to stop.
That's right. Fascinating stuff. Just a real moment in American history. Let's go now to Caitlin Collins, who's in Emancipation Hall right outside the rotunda where the inaugural will take place. Caitlin?
Yeah, Jake, so many moments of history have been glimpsed from these views of the carriage entrance, where we get a camera angle and you can see Biden waiting there for Trump to go in as they walked inside on their way to the rotunda. And here they are coming into the main door, speaking to one another, as you can see there. We'll listen. There's Chuck Schumer and House Speaker Mike Johnson. Mike Johnson was in that meeting they just had at the White House.
Good morning, sir. How are you this morning?
Good morning. Thank you.
President Trump, how do you feel? President Biden?
Well,
You saw there a brief greeting from the president-elect. Still a fascinating side-by-side to see the two of them. And also just to see in this moment, as you know, typically this would be a president ushering in a new president who's not used to that.
Hello, everyone. Are y'all able to see that? Because I don't see it on my screen. Put a thumbs up if you're able to see it. Are y'all able to see that? Because I don't see it on my screen.
Platform and the levers of power. Trump obviously well knows what comes with the office. There's the Google CEO and Elon Musk there. Inside the rotunda, getting those coveted seats, I might note, in addition to Rudy Giuliani, who we also saw entering. There goes Melania Trump.
All right, hold on for me.
Deb Fischer, and then First Lady Jill Biden and Doug M.
Tulsi Gabbard, the former Democratic Congresswoman, there she is on the left there, turned Republican, nominated to be Director of the Office of National Intelligence. These are members of the president's would-be cabinet. None of them have been confirmed yet. We do expect Marco Rubio, the senator from Florida, to be confirmed overwhelmingly today. There he is on the left as Secretary of State. That if Trump gets his druthers, and I have no reason to think he won't, that will be the Trump cabinet. We're not aware of any nomination that is in trouble as of yet. Michael Waltz, who will be the Florida congressman, who will be the national security advisor.
That is, you're looking at the incoming Trump administration, including and especially the woman in the white coat with the blue scarf, Susie Wiles. The woman who led the campaign to get Donald Trump back into the White House and will be the gatekeeper, the chief of staff in Donald Trump's White House.
And will be the first ever woman to be the White House chief of staff. There were attempts or discussions in previous Democratic administrations, but nobody ever pulled the trigger. She will be the first.
Dan Quayle.
Oh, former Vice
Marilyn
President
Quayle.
Dan Quayle and Marilyn Quayle from Indiana. Very interesting.
And as we watch this, I'm thinking of Dan Quayle, who was a senator as well. Just to take a moment to go back to that image of Joe Biden and Donald Trump walking in the Senate carriage entrance, walking in together. Joe Biden, who I first met as a senator and as you did as well, how many thousands of times he has walked through that entrance to the U.S. Senate as a senator for decades and decades. And the fact that he is accompanying Donald Trump, the man who he tried so hard and was successful the first time, but was not successful this time to keep him out of the White House, accompanying him back in as Donald Trump prepares to take the oath of office once again is really extraordinary.
That oath will be delivered by the Chief Justice of the United States, John Roberts, and then for the Vice President, J.D. Vance, it will be administered by Justice Brett Kavanaugh, who was one of Donald Trump's Supreme Court nominees. Here is Vice President Pence,
Wow.
who has only been, this will be the second time in the last 4 years that he'll have been in the same room with Donald Trump since that horrible month in January 2021. Earlier today, Pence issued a tweet talking about why he was there, why he was attending this event. He said, "Today I will attend the inauguration of President Donald Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance at the U.S. Capitol. This is a day when every American does well to celebrate our democracy and the peaceful transfer of power under the Constitution of the United States.
peaceful and friendly. It now seems to be getting a little more fired up and amped up. The boos are growing loud. I would say the booing now probably louder than it was for Vice President Mike Pence. So it's turning somewhat into I don't know if it's a sporting event here, but you're definitely getting crowd reaction in real time to the inauguration, which I will say is pretty interesting. I was making the point, Rudy Giuliani is here. As you know, he just settled a defamation suit against those 2 Georgia election workers to the tune of north of $100 million. They did settle for an undisclosed amount. But when he
it looked like they had blacked out all of these. I will be back at a later time if I can find one that's not blacked out. The screen is black. I'm sorry about this, y'all. But we will be back in a little bit if we can. If not, y'all know, watch it on your regular TV. But thank y'all for coming in. I appreciate it. But it had been blacked out on the screen for what reason, I don't know. But I can see it on my end. But y'all are not able to see it up there. We will be back if I can get it on the screen so you can see it. Thank y'all. Y'all have a blessed day. Let God arise and his enemies be scattered. See you later, Gamer Bro and Sweet Reed. Thank y'all for coming in. Precious Pieces too. Thank y'all. And Unique was in here. This was from Thursday, I believe. But thank y'all so much.